Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Daily Reset for Success Show. My name is Marian LaSalle, and my co-host is Lady Lou. Hi.
And hi, how are you, Marion?
Well, how do you think I am?
Oh, she's always terrific. And how's everyone else out there? We hope you're terrific too, because mornings are so bright and cheerful, and even afternoons, we can have a boost of energy then if we just think about it a little bit. Just
Oh, if we reset our mind.
exactly perk ourselves up in the evening if we have a droopy time. Hey, that's the perfect time to just sing or dance or something that will brighten your day.
It's interesting. Yesterday was a perfect day for me to reset all day long. It didn't happen just once or twice. The first thing that happened to me, and if you watched yesterday's show, you understand. The first thing that happened was we just got going with our show, and we did it really early in the morning. Usually it's pretty quiet in the morning. Oh no, I get a person on the phone who is obviously very angry. Not angry at me, she's never met me. She's just plain angry and she's yelling. I had to put the phone out like this. She's yelling on the phone.
Oh,
And I thought to myself, now I'm not going to let this lady get me down.
mm-mm.
No, I'm going to reset that. Bam. It was her, not me. And it could have ruined my whole day. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I want to talk about today.
Good.
This show is not only helping you if you're watching and listening, but it's helping us.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
We take heed to our words, right, Marion?
And it doesn't necessarily happen right away. Some things can reset you right away, like a death or an accident or an illness or your dog is ill. There's a lot of things that can like bam. But some things, they're just like habits, old habits, and they just kind of start creeping in. And the next thing you know, you're doing it every day, like eating cookies or ice cream or sitting on the couch too much to watch TV. There's these habits that just kind of creep up over time. And so something has to alarm you that you need a reset. Bad habits, thought patterns. And that's where Lady Lou comes in. We're going to talk about that later, about how she is doing some hypnosis to try to help us with our thought patterns because they do get stuck. They're like stuck in there. But yesterday, not only did I have that shock that I had to reset, but then I had the next shock, which was something totally out of my control that I had to deal with. And I really don't want to go into details because it's very personal. It's about someone who has Alzheimer's, and I don't really want to bring y'all down about what was happening. But I literally said to myself, are you going to let this? Are you going to get sad, mad, angry? I went through it in my head. I said, okay, no, we're going to reset now. They told me what they needed to tell me. I need to think about what I'm going to do. I called my friends. I called Lady Lou and I called my friend Melinda in Dallas, and I said, okay, here's what's happening. And so they could bounce ideas off me, and then I made my decision and I didn't go down. That was big.
Yes,
That
yes.
was big. Then we had another one, 3 in a row in one day. It was pretty big. It was a pretty big upset. Okay. Another problem someone brought to me had nothing to do with me personally, but it was something that I had to deal with. Okay. They laid it on me and said, deal with it. And so I said, okay. Now, normally, because this has happened before, and Lady Lou and I talked about it, because we're older and we're wiser, I've had this happen to me before. So am I going to do the same thing I did before, or am I going to do it a new way this time?
That's a huge question that most of us don't even think about. We just autopilot, we're back to where we always were. Good one, Marion.
Yeah. So three major things, and a few things more at work that threw at me. It was a busy day yesterday, but because of this show and because of what we're learning and because of what we're doing and the hypnosis that all the different things that we're doing here is helping me to stay present and to reset before I even need to reset.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
Because we can be ahead of the curve, as they say.
I'm telling you, it's happening. What's been your experience, Lady Lou?
What's the what?
What's been your experience?
Oh, well, unfortunately, too often in my previous life, let's say, I have taken the autopilot. Oh gosh, this happened. Pull your hair out, or bitch, or whatever it is I do, which is all of the above. And I don't stop and think, now, how can I do something different this time? That's where the reset truly comes in with us. Has nothing to do with anybody else or whoever made the problem or was there with us and saw the challenge. It's what's in our heart and our mind that we have to rethink, reset our mind. This morning, I read a quote just before we got on the air, and it says, if you want something new, you have to stop doing something old. And that was Peter Drucker. A lot of you probably know him from years ago. He was quite a famous author and trainer and business person. But something new, what's that going to be if you're getting triggered and triggered and triggered so often by the same crap? And usually it is the same old stuff that we see day in and day out. It's cycle. And we bring it to us, unfortunately, and don't realize it. It's because it's in our awareness. Oh, yeah, I reacted badly when that happened. Okay, reset. That's going to be my key word now. It used to be cancel, cancel. When I would boo-boo or something, I'd want to reset my mind and think of things differently. But reset is another good word if you're ready to change yourself, your thinking, and your reactions.
Okay, so here's another tip that just came to me as Lady Lou was talking. Lady Lou and I know each other pretty well. We've been friends for 30 years or so. I don't know, or so. And so we know some quirks about ourselves. We know our patterns, our hiccups, our, things that annoy people. And so we've decided not to become offended when they point it out. Okay, so this morning she pointed out something that she thought, uh-oh, Mary, did you even know you were doing that? And I thought, well, in this particular instance, I did. How many other times have I done or said it repetitively, that's not how you pronounce it, or unconsciously, I can say that word pretty well, and people don't bother to say anything because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or because it would be rude or it would hurt their feelings, So we made a pact with each other, okay? Bring it to my attention, because let's face it, we're on camera every day almost now, okay? And I certainly don't want to do something, on repeat or unconsciously. She can bring it to my attention, and I can do the same for her.
And do it kindly. You don't have to hit them across the face with it. Just mention it. Well, I noticed this yesterday. And critique kindly.
Yeah. So I love, if you haven't seen today's meme or thumbnail, whatever you want to call it, I think it's a lot of fun. It's called How to Reset When Things Go Haywire. And I chose a little cartoon character that, his hair is going out like this. And there's so many different things that I want to talk about, how you can either notice that you have to reset, or you notice yourself resetting because you're on this path now. But before we get into that, I'd like to read today's daily word.
Please do.
It fits right along with what we're talking about.
Isn't that synchronicity?
Yes. So this comes from the Daily Word at dailyword.com, put out by the Unity organization, which is a nonprofit organization, and they have this wonderful daily word. Now you can buy a printed version, either in large print or regular, and you can get it at any Unity, or go to unity.org and purchase it, have it shipped to you, or you can go online like I am right now and just see the daily word for free. There's no cost for it. Ready?
Yes.
Leap. I may pray for guidance about what I want to accomplish in my life, and then put that guidance to use as I start setting goals and planning my next steps. My positive feelings are indicators that I'm moving in the direction of my dreams, and I trust where my feelings of passion and purpose are leading me as my surety and determination grow. I like that. Now is the time to be bold and leap forward in the direction of my dreams. Fear and self-doubt have no place in my life. I have faith that I will recognize the perfect people and discern the best opportunities that will help me turn my dreams into reality. Nothing can stop me as I pursue my goals with enthusiasm and confidence.
Oh, good. Ah, that's just what we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and enthusiasm is one of my favorite words. I had to take Latin when I was in school.
Oh.
How many? And in theos is where enthusiasm came from, which is in God. Theos is God in Latin, I guess. I don't know. But it's a word that I love, and I love to be enthusiastic. If you don't have passion and enthusiasm and surprise and uh, gratefulness and all these wonderful words within you, get them. Paste them on your chest. Put them on your monitor, your mirror in the bathroom. Remind yourself enthusiasm, happiness, joy, gratefulness. They're all words that we can embed within our being, not just our mind, but our whole being can be embedded with all of these beautiful words. Pick out your own favorite, because you've got favorites. I know you do, don't you, Marion? Yeah.
As a matter of fact, at Unity this year, we had a white stone ceremony where you go through the ceremony, and at the very end, you think about what word is going to be with you all year. And mine was grow.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, and bloom and flower. I mean, those were all there were not just one word, but three that basically mean the same thing: bloom, flower, and grow. And so that's me this year. Okay, I'm
Yes.
growing by leaps and bounds, and I feel it. I know it. It's awesome, and I'm happy.
Yeah. We'll have to do a show, and maybe if we have 2 or 3 people on, we can bounce ideas off of each other on how that would work for them, because everybody's different. We could even have a party, the grow party or the word bouncing party or something like that. And you can do that in your own home. If you're out there watching us, think about having some of your friends over, or go to lunch or breakfast or dinner or
Oh, okay. So you're moving right into what I want to talk about today: how to reset when things go haywire.
Yay! Because
Right?
that we if we don't change or move into a different realm, we're going to stay the same old grouchy so and so that we've become. And who wants to do that? Not me.
No, no. All right. So I'm going to pick out some and just holler if you want to talk about that one in particular, Lady Lou.
All right.
here are just a few things that I found that either worked for me or I found on the internet or Lady Lou and I talked about that I wrote down so that we could put it down on paper if we need to. I have over here. Hold on. I'm just going to grab something real quick. I want to show you this.
Marion's always got something good to show us. I tell you what, that girl stays on top of what's going on. I love that about her.
What?
That you stay on top of things. You know what's going on.
Oh, okay. So I thought this was really cool. I learned this in a write your book in a weekend. It was a tip that not a tip. It was how to write your book in a weekend. So anyway, if you want to know about that, I'd be happy to tell you. So we bought these. Can you see these? They're different colors, and they're index cards.
Yes. Okay. I love the colored ones.
I know, right? And so you could write these steps down on an index card, one at a time even, or a Post-it note, or write it, in lipstick on your mirror. It doesn't matter where it is as long as you remind yourself, because you, just like we talked about when we first started this show, you've got to remember to reset. That's why we're doing this show, because we have to remember. We have to remind ourselves. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so anyway. The first one, everybody's going to go, oh, exercise. Run, walk, yoga, swimming, lifting weights, riding your bike, walking your pet around the, and I say pet because it doesn't necessarily have to be a dog. I saw somebody walking their cat yesterday. Doing push-ups, whatever. If you're in a funk or you need to reset, it might be the last thing you feel like doing, but it will help if you do it.
Go hug a tree.
Oh, I love that. Louise, I want to go hug my tree.
I know. Trees need love too.
Okay, here's another one. And this one is a little more passive, but I think it does help. Take some time to read a good book, or read a chapter of a good book, or just, pick something on the internet that, has been interesting you that you haven't taken the time to read.
Or go watch one of our videos. We'll cheer.
That's right. That's right. Another good one is, I can't do it right now because Hurricane Harvey took away one of my bathrooms, but a hot bath or a warm bath, bubble bath even, quiet time, maybe some music, candles, pamper yourself. Just get out of your routine and go do something for yourself.
Lots of bubbles in that bubble bath. Oh, I love bubble baths.
Lady Lou took me in one time. I was going through a life change, and she said, "Come stay with me, Marion, until you can get back on your feet." And so I did. And she had this wonderful tub. It was big and it was deep, and it was just, it was wonderful. And I fond memories of your.
I do too. And I swore I was going to take that bathtub with me when I left, and I didn't. And I've got the world's poorest bathtub up here. I think I've had 2 baths since I've been here for 12 years. I can't fit in it. It's so teeny and it's so short. So I just take showers. I am clean, by the way. Don't worry. I take baths, but they're in the shower.
There you go. Oh. Now, here's what Lady Lou was talking about. Have a night out with some of your friends. It doesn't have to be a night, okay? It could be a potluck during the day, or it could be a Sunday afternoon dinner at your local, family-style restaurant. It could be, you meet everybody that you know for a picnic in the park. I mean, anything to get together with your friends.
Right. The more the merrier, according to Marion and I. We love to have lots of people around us. And some of us don't if we're the inner directed. So take one. One friend will do it. Just somebody who's got some great ideas, who's happy. If you got a sour friend, move on. Find somebody who's happy.
No sour friends allowed. Not today.
Not today.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, believe it or not, I found this on the internet. I didn't come up with this. It was somebody else because self-serving commercial here. Have a group like a mastermind that you can get together with like-minded people for whatever reason you want your mastermind. Okay, it could be personal, could be business, it could be accountability, whatever it is, right?
Right. And Marion, I have to put a little plug in for Marion. And I know she's not going to do that herself. She's very self-effacing, but she has one of the best masterminds I've ever been in. And I've been in a few, not a whole bunch, but hers is so friendly and it's full of nice people. That's the only kind of people she attracts, just nice people. They have ideas, they share with each other, and they talk and they bat things back and forth. And Marion does a training on some part of marketing and helping us learn Patreon, MailChimp, all kinds of different internet things. She's so good with the technology, and most of us aren't. So we're there to glean every little bit of knowledge she has because she knows how to teach
Oh,
us.
you guys forced me to go out and learn new technology. Hey, by the way, we have somebody in the audience today.
Who's that?
It's Lauren Vines from Mesquite,
Good
Texas.
morning.
Hey, Lauren.
Good morning, Lauren. We're glad you're here.
Oh, talk about a beautiful lady. Look at that. Look at that
Oh.
gorgeous smile. She's a good friend. Lady Lou talks about Lauren a lot. She'll say, "Oh, I had a great conversation with Lauren today." You
Yay.
know,
And
makes me kind of jealous, Lauren. A little bit jealous, okay?
you have to join us next time.
Okay, all
We
right,
can do
see.
three-way calls, can't we, Lauren? Or Zoom calls. We can just get on Zoom. Yeah. And Lauren's been going through some tough times here, and I won't go into it. It's personal, but she's surviving and she's there to help, and she wants to be there to help. So she needs some love. Send Lauren some love.
She probably needs to reset every day, right? During this troubling times.
Yeah, we love you,
And we're there for her. Anything she needs.
and we send you
She's a great lady.
good thoughts and lots of energy to get through this. And it's not life threatening, it's just a challenge. And she's going to make the best of it. And everyone is in the whole situation. And it's going to come out beautifully. That's what we know.
Okay, so here's a little tag along with what Lady Lou was talking about. She was talking about a business mastermind, but you may want to create a personal mastermind or an accountability group. I used to belong to an accountability group. Every Monday morning at 8 a.m., we would meet on Zoom and we would hold each other accountable. Actually, there was a leader that would remind us of what we said last week so that we could report in. And did we do what we said we were going to? It was a great accountability group, but you could do the same with friends. So you could get together and have a mastermind about any topic. Okay, the next one, like I said, ties right in here about work. Okay, so most of us can work on the computer or our phone, and you could choose to do it somewhere else instead of work. So if you're normally sitting in an office or you're normally sitting at home in a special room, change it up. Get out, go to a cafe or a hotel lobby, an
Oh,
open working space like Office in America, or even out in your garden if you can reach your internet, or have a hotspot. You can do that. You could have a new location and reset your mindset.
yeah. Changing the scenery can be
Oh,
one of the most wonderful things. What?
well, Lady Lou and I were talking about this particular software that we are using right now to come to you live on Facebook, YouTube, and then post it up on podcast platforms is going to go mobile. So we're already making plans to go up and see Lauren in Mesquite and go to Galveston and see Vicki and go over to the Hill Country and meet some friends over there. I mean, we've got plans, okay? So it caused us to go, oh, good, road trip. We can work anywhere as long as we have good internet, right?
Yeah, I'm excited about that because sometimes sitting in the house is fine, but once in a while you just need to spread your wings. Now we can. Well, soon we will. That was Blackie, by the way.
He's a good kid.
He loves to be on camera, even though he doesn't know what a camera is.
Well, hey, Okay, so I've got a couple more.
Okay.
This one really, 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 really works for me. Clean up. Change your working or living space by decluttering it, cleaning, moving things around, putting new pictures up. And it can be simple. It could be just taking everything on your desk and putting it in a pile and dealing with it, later or or one at a time, but getting clean up. It really makes a big difference in how you feel.
It does. My bugaboo is leaving dirty dishes in the kitchen, in the sink. Oh, I hate that. So I do my best to clean the sink out every day, sometimes twice a day, and just stick them in the dishwasher. I mean, how hard is that? I don't wash dishes anymore. But it is keep the environment neat and clean. And it doesn't have to be pristine. My house is far from pristine because I'm one of those people that doesn't dust. Now, Blackie, why don't you go finish your breakfast, huh?
Oh, that's funny.
But I live on the dirt pit road, as we call it out here, and the dirt seeps into the windows. And I could write a letter on some of my furniture in the dust, but it's just I learned to live with it because it's not going to change anytime soon. But anything that you can feel that is making you irritated because it's not neat, fix it now. Don't wait till tomorrow because it'll just still be agitating you. Fix it now.
It kind of sits on you. Yeah. Well, I look around my office and I'm a piler. I must admit, if I turn my camera on where you can't see it, I'm a piler. I tend to like come in and pile stuff up, and then I forget about it because I'm busy doing other stuff. But I can tell you how much better I feel when I do take at least 20 minutes and just clean up a little area. Put it all in one pile or in a box or in a bag so that I can deal with it, but it's not piled. Yeah, that's me.
Well,
I'm a piler.
I am too, and I've still got the desk set up out in my living room with income tax papers on it. This weekend is the day it gets finished.
Yeah.
This,
I want to hear on Monday that you did it. Okay.
yep, I'm ready to finish it. It's about, maybe at least half, maybe a little more. But all I have to do is, I've got the things tallied. All I have to do is transfer them to this big sheet that my CPA uses. And I haven't taken the time.
You will take the time today and
It's
tomorrow.
weighing on me.
Yeah, you will do it. Otherwise, I'm going to harp on you. Okay. You don't want that.
Okay, good. Find a friend that'll do that for you.
Okay. I've got two more.
Okay.
I think we have enough time. We've got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Journal.
Mm-hmm.
Write down all that crazy stuff in your head. I remember one time I was going crazy, literally, I was going crazy. And my girlfriend said, Marion, you've got to get it down on paper. You've got to get it out of your head and down on the paper. Otherwise, you really literally are going to go crazy. And so I did. And what a relief it was to get it all down on paper. And then I could actually deal with it one at a time. But it was just kept playing over and over in my head. I had all this stuff.
And then
get it down on paper.
Yeah, and then you can actually rip it out of that book if it's terrible stuff that you're ready to let go of. And if you've got a barbecue pit in your backyard, burn it. Just go and light a fire and dance around that little barbecue pit. I'm lucky. I live in the country. I can burn. I don't have a restriction.
Burn, baby, burn.
So if it's something you want to burn, bring it up to my house. We'll burn it.
There you go. That's good. Shredding. Who wants to shred? Let's burn.
Burn it. It's delightful to see that things burn.
The last tip I have for you today is change up your image. And this can be as simple as painting your nails, which I don't do, but a lot of people, change the color of their nails. Some people I notice keep the same color on or don't wear any. But wearing a color you don't normally wear can be a completely new look for you, and you know, fix your hair differently, or you know, or just do something about your image, maybe a new outfit. I'm not
Oh,
saying you should go out and buy a new outfit, but maybe.
love that part.
Oh, yes, that's right. So I hope these tips have helped you today to think about writing them down on a piece of paper or a notepad or something, somewhere where you can remember as a post-it note and bring it back. So take us home, Lady Lou.
Wow. Well, this has been a wonderful topic. Thank you, Marion, for coming up with it. See, we take turns coming up with topics because we both know a bunch of fun things. And what does Lauren say?
Wonderful awareness, and I totally agree with what you have shared. Decluttering is the tonic for increasing the efficient flow of life.
Yeah,
Ooh, nice words, Lauren.
thank you. Beautiful.
She's quite the writer. She writes quotes and poems and all kinds of good stuff. And we want you on our show to have you on, please, 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 soon.
Yeah, soon, Lauren, soon. Because she's just a brilliant woman and very loving, and we love her. So, anyway, this is the Daily Reset for Success show. You can find us on your local podcasts, or not local, but your favorite platforms, and that under the Natural Curiosity banner. And we're also, of course, on Facebook and YouTube. And send your friends to us. We're always there, and again, under Natural Curiosity. And we'd love for you to go to YouTube and subscribe. We're looking for 1,000 subscribers. We're over 100 already. So come on, join us and become one of our subscribers. And then ring the little bell so you can be notified when we go live again. And there's always replays on both Facebook and YouTube. So we thank you for joining us. Happy Saturday. Go out and make it a great day. And we love you much.
One more thing before I kiss you. Monday, it's March, let me think, March 2nd.
Mhm.
Be sure and come by at 12 o'clock because Lady Lou is doing a hypnosis. And what is your session on Monday?
We're continuing the universal love theme. This time it's on true love. We did unconditional love last Monday. So we'll be true love this time. And it's the whole half hour of hypnosis. And we have a good time. And it's very, very easy to do. So welcome. Come on back then. So take care.